Hi everyone! Welcome back to the CaseGuard Studio training course. In this video, I will cover CaseGuard's reasons and reports. Each file that you work on in CaseGuard Studio, whether it be audio, video, documents, images, or PDFs, will automatically produce chain of custody documents. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to create a project and call it CaseGuard Reports. I'm also going to add the name of my requester, case number, and date of request. This information will be shown on our reports. I'm adding a video file into my project. Similar to the AI automatic detection video, let's click on the smiley face button on the left-hand side of our workspace. For this example, I'm going to select faces and heads, but I want to remind you that you're not limited to selecting just one object to detect. You can select as many objects as you'd like. Click Next. Now, let's apply the shape and effect for our face redaction. For the shape, I'll stick with the ellipse shape. And for the effect, I'm going to add a blur effect. In the same window, you will find a drop-down menu under Reasons. This is where you can select your reason for redacting someone or something. I'm going to select Name of Witness who fears for his or her safety. You can always add your own redaction reasons by clicking the Add New Reason button below the Reason drop-down menu. This opens up our list manager. Here, you can find all of the redaction reasons inside of CaseGuard. To add your own redaction reason, click on the blue Add New button at the top right of the list manager. This opens up a redaction reason editor. Here, you can input your exemption type, the material that was withheld, and a legal or statutory basis for withholding that material. When you're done, click Save. I'm not going to add a new redaction reason for this training video. Now, click Next. I want to apply my effects to the entire file. Click Next and Apply. Now that the detection is done, I'm going to apply some manual redactions. Click on the Manual Detection button on the left-hand side of the screen. This opens up our Manual Detection panel at the bottom of our workspace. In this panel, you will also find redaction reasons. Clicking on the drop-down menu, you can select a new reason for applying your redaction. I'm going to select one. And because I want to redact this doorway, I want to draw a redaction box over it. Since I want this redaction box present for the duration of the video, I can right-click on the redaction box, select Copy Effect to, click Whole File, and select Apply. If you need to change your redaction reason for any of the faces you already selected a reason for, you can do so by clicking the Edit button in the Object Detection panel. From here, select the redaction reason you want to apply to this face. Click Apply. Now, let me export this video to show you what it looks like. Now, let's go back to the original video and click on the Print Reports button at the top of your workspace. First, we have a standard report. The standard report shows every single thing that was done in the file from adding it into CaseGuard to exporting. Here you can see the case number, name of requester, and date of request that we input when we created our project. Now, you can choose whether or not you want to share your file log in this report by clicking this button at the top next to the drop-down menu. Now you can see the file log is not included. If you would like to hide the metadata from this file as well, you can click on this button next to the report drop-down menu. To enable them back again, all you need to do is click on those buttons one more time. Now, If you forgot to add the information when creating your project, no worries. Close the Print Reports window and go over to the right-hand side of your workspace. Hover over File Log and pin the panel to your workspace. Within the File Log panel, click on Edit Project Information. Here, you can see the name of requester, case number, and date of request. Don't forget to click Save. I want to show you another feature which will be present in reports as well. At the top of your workspace, click on Tools and Settings. Within the CaseGuard settings, you can add your agency logo here. This will appear on all of your reports as well. Let me show you. And click Save. Let's go back to that Print Report button at the top of our workspace. From the Report drop-down menu, please click on Exemption Log. The exemption log is where the reasons for redaction come in. As you can see, we have every time point of redaction, the type of file, V is video, the material that was withheld, and then a legal or statutory basis for withholding that material. An exemption log is mandatory in some states, like the state of Washington. Exemption logs can take hours or even days to create depending on the length of the file. With CaseGuard Studio, the exemption log is automatically created with extreme accuracy, meaning once you're done redacting your file, the exemption log will be immediately available to download. To download this report, simply click on the drop-down menu next to the print icon and select how you would like to save this file. I also want to mention that we have this button here to group time points together for the same redaction reason. As you can see, these two time points were grouped together. This will help your exemption log not be so long. Now, let's go back to the report drop-down again. And let's click on Objects Detected. Here, you can see all of the objects that are present in your object detection panel. The count indicates how many frames that object was found in, and the confidence level indicates how confident the system was that this object was a face or a head. Let me go ahead and close this. I want to mention that everything I just shared can also be done the exact same way on images. Now, let me show you how you can add redaction reasons to audio files. Before I begin, let me open up my audio wave and pin a couple of panels. To redact audio, click on the Mute Audio button on the left-hand side of your workspace. This opens up the Mute Audio panel, and here you can select your reason for applying a redaction. I'm going to select one. I'm going to apply a manual redaction box by highlighting the audio wave and applying a mute. You can see the redaction reason number 02 is present right next to the mute audio point. You can do the exact same thing by running the transcription. So I'm going to click on this blue Auto Transcribe button. I know that the spoken language is in English, and I know that there are 2 speakers, so I'm ready to transcribe my file. My transcription popped, and we can see that the redaction I added manually is reflected in our transcription panel. Let me make this panel a little bit larger. And I'm going to delete the mute audio point that I set manually. Let me show you how you can do it through the transcription. If I want to redact Sarah Smith, I can highlight her name, right-click, and apply my redaction. We can see that the redaction reason appears right next to it. If I want to edit the redaction reason, all I need to do, click on the redaction on the audio wave and select the redaction reason I would like to apply. And we can see that reflected next to the mute audio point. Now, I'm going to do the same thing for the Analytics panel. For the Analytics panel, I want to sort by name. And I would like to mute all of the names present in this audio file, clicking Mute All Search Results at the top of my Analytics panel. Since I already selected my redaction reason prior to clicking that button, we can see all of the redaction reasons applied on our mute audio points. Now, let me do something similar with credit card numbers. If I want to redact the credit card number, let me select my redaction reason, and I'm going to mute my credit card number. If we click on that redaction reason, we can see that it's different from the rest. Now, let me see if there's any other information that I want to redact. Let's say for the phone number, I want to apply a bleep to the phone number. But I want to add a different redaction reason. So all I need to do is click on the redaction reason in the audio wave and select my reason for redaction. We can see redaction reason number 08A next to our bleep point. Now, let me go ahead and export this file. While this file is exporting, let's click on the Print Report button again. From the Print Reports drop-down menu, we can see the exemption log here. If I wanted to condense this exemption log, I can click on this Group Time Points button next to the Print Report drop-down menu. And here, we can see all of the redaction points, the material that was withheld, and then the legal or statutory basis for withholding that material. Let's go back to that drop-down menu again. Here, we have a few different reports that we didn't see previously. I can click on the Analytics report, and here we can find all of the analytics found in our Analytics panel, including the text, the type of personal identifying information, and how many times it was found in this audio file. From that drop-down menu again, let's click on Transcription. Here, you can find your full unredacted transcription. You can always print this transcription or export for further editing. I'm going to close this and click on my redacted audio file. Here, we can see the redacted transcription. If we go to our Print Reports button again, our transcription is redacted on our redacted audio file. And you can see that there are mutes instead of names. Let me close this. Let's go back to that original audio file. I'm going to pin one more panel, which is our translation panel. And here, you can automatically transcribe your transcription up to 55 different languages. First, we select our source language. And I know that this file is in English. And now we select our target language. I want this transcribed into Spanish. Click Translate. Within a matter of seconds, the translation pops in our translation panel. We can see it here. If you would like a copy of your Spanish transcription, you can go up to your Print Reports button again. From the drop-down menu, select Translation. Here, you have your full Spanish translation. Now, going back to the Print Reports drop-down menu, I want to show you one additional report that we have that you might not be aware of. Here, we have a word cloud. This is a great tool to get a sense of the conversation without listening to the audio. The words that appear more often are larger and closer to the center of the word cloud. So looking at this word cloud, we know that this girl's name is Sarah, and she's most likely inquiring about some sort of payment. And we know that without listening to the audio. I'm going to close this. That's all I have for you in this video. I hope that you found it helpful and you now know where to locate all of your reports in CaseGuard. See you soon!